Hello dear students of +1 medical, non-medical, respected teachers and dear friends. In this video I am going to discuss about latent heat of vaporization as well as latent heat of fusion. So first of all, let us take the process of boiling. So boiling process. So when a liquid boils into vapors, what happens? When a liquid boils at a particular temperature called boiling point, then the amount of heat required to convert a unit mass of the liquid into its vapors at the boiling point is called latent heat of vaporization. Right expression for change in internal energy of the system during this boiling process. So consider a mass m of a liquid to be converted into vapors. When liquid boils, so amount of heat required to convert a given mass m of the liquid into its vapors is given by dq is equal to m into Lv. Now, by using first law of thermodynamics, we have dq is equal to dU plus pdV. Now, dq is equal to m into Lv. So therefore, we have m into Lv is equal to dU plus p. Now, what is dV? dV is a change in volume, because when liquid converts into vapors, change in volume takes place. So let Vi is the initial volume, Vf is the final volume. So change in volume will be Vf minus Vi. So m into Lv is equal to dU plus p into Vf minus Vi. Or we can write dU is equal to m into Lv minus p into Vf minus Vi. So this is the required expression for change in internal energy of a system during a boiling process. So knowing mass to be converted, latent heat of vaporization, initial volume, final volume and pressure. So we can find change in internal energy of the system using this first law of thermodynamics. Now second is melting process. When a solid is heated, it melts into liquid at a particular temperature called melting point. Now at the melting point, amount of heat required to convert unit mass of a solid into liquid at the melting point is known as latent heat of fusion, LF. Now when solid melts into liquid, change in volume is negligible. So from first law of thermodynamics, we have dq is equal to du plus pdv. So during melting process, if m is the given mass which is to be converted into liquid, dq amount of heat required to convert given mass m of a solid into liquid, dq is given by m into Lf, and dv is equal to 0 because change in volume during this process is negligible. So therefore, from first law we have m into Lf is equal to du, or du is equal to m into Lf. So change in internal energy of the system during melting process is equal to the product of mass of the solid to be converted into liquid and latent heat of fusion. So by using this first law of thermodynamics and concept of latent heat, we can derive expression for change in internal energy during boiling process and melting process. So this is all about latent heat. In the next video I will discuss limitations of first law of thermodynamics and second law of thermodynamics. Till then, stay tuned, be happy, good luck, all the best.